What's up, YouTubers? It is Keith, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's been a couple weeks since you guys have heard from me. I'm doing well. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had an awesome time. All my fellow Americans, I hope you had a very good Turkey Day with your family and loved ones, or maybe with some friends, or even by yourself if you had a day off or whatnot. I hope you enjoyed your time off, and I hope it was spent with people you love. So, I had a great Turkey Day. I had a great Thanksgiving. I had to work. I work in my field, I guess you could say, my profession. I work all the holidays. So, I work all the holidays 9 times out of 10 when people are away with their families. I have to work. So I had to work, but whatever. I was off in time to go and have a feast, and I did so. So it was a blessing. But I apologize for I know I said I'd be making more videos, but it's been kind of crazy. Like I said, I worked through Thanksgiving that whole week, and then this whole week, so I haven't really had a day off. And Saturday and Sunday that just passed was my first time off, so I spent, kind of doing things that I've neglected during the week and the previous weekend, so I was busy on the weekend. But I've been thinking, and you guys, I'm just gonna kind of make quick videos and like shoot from the hip and just post them, quick. I hope you guys don't mind, because editing and all that stuff, it's so involving. So I just want to make quick videos saying what's up, and then post it, and talk about whatever. But I wanted to talk about Thanksgiving, because growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, we didn't celebrate, as you guys know, we didn't celebrate any holidays. But there's a few holidays that I never understood why we wouldn't celebrate it, other than the fact that it was pagan. But birthdays was a major one of the major ones. But Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving, it's like a joyous, you're not really celebrating anyone. Like on a birthday, it's this one individual's birthday, and it's an important day, and so you want to celebrate that person. So Jehovah's Witnesses would kind of use that as like a crutch to be like, well, no one should be made to be like an idol, only, or worshipped, just please, I don't want to get into that. But on Thanksgiving, you're not, if anything, you're praising God and giving thanks to God, and each other, and thankful for the blessings that you've had throughout the year. And so I never really understood that. I know in elementary school and growing up, the school system teach you that it's about pilgrims and Indians making amends and trading and exchanging and coming together and collaborating all this achievements on one day and labeling it as Thanksgiving. Well, we all know that that's not true. That's not the true origin of Thanksgiving. And if you guys are interested, there is a writer that wrote a book, and I know you guys probably know what I'm saying. It chronicles I'm reading it off here. It chronicles the history of Governor William Bradford, and his book is entitled "Of Plymouth Plantation." So you guys got to go pick that up, because that kind of explains everything, and it kind of tells you the real, true origins of Thanksgiving. It's not a huge, long book. It's a real easy read. I don't know if it was rewritten, but it's so that we can interpret it easier, or I don't know. But it's real easy to read. So the book's called Plymouth Plantation, and it's an easy book to read, you guys. It's not that big at all, but especially if you're used to reading like publications and all that jazz. But anyways, he goes on to the real origins of Thanksgiving, and it's really, really interesting. But what a lot of people, a lot of American people don't understand is that Thanksgiving isn't like an American thing. People think it's American because it's the Pilgrims and the Indians and all that jazz. When in fact, Thanksgiving is a day of Thanksgiving is practiced in many cultures. In fact, Canada was the first country to have Thanksgiving. That Canadians were the first ones to have a Thanksgiving. So it isn't just an American holiday. The Canadian Thanksgiving, which falls on the second Monday in October, was first celebrated by an Arctic explorer, Martin Frobisher, in 1578. That's 40 years before the North American Pilgrims celebrated Thanksgiving. So, little history lesson, but it's a fun fact because Canadians were celebrating Thanksgiving long before Americans. But like I said, going back, I always wondered what was so bad about Thanksgiving, because if anything, it was based on good morals and values and giving honor to God and to expressing thankfulness towards your fellow man. I couldn't understand that, why Jehovah's Witnesses wouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. It boggles my mind, because we want to be thankful, and there wasn't anything really pagan being done. And they could argue, well, it's a festival. Well, no, it's not. It's like a family gathering. I mean, when you have a family gathering, when it's a big family gathering, you make a date and you make it elaborate. You send out invites and you let everybody know, hey, set this date, RSVP. It's going to be a huge family reunion. Maybe you get a DJ or a live band, and there's festive events. There's silly contests and stuff like that. Would that not be considered a celebration, a festive celebration? So what's the difference between that and Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving's tamed down, actually, compared to some family reunions that I've gone to. Family reunions, I mean, Thanksgiving is just your loved ones and relatives and family getting together and eating some bomb food, really, really good food, and socializing with each other and visiting. So I never could understood what was so pagan about it. I just boggles my mind. Thanksgiving is just one of those days that is just kind of like, this is really, you have a warm feeling. And all you exJWs out there that are hopefully watching this, you know exactly what I mean. If you've gone to your first Thanksgiving, that was actually my first worldly activity, holiday celebration, was actually Thanksgiving. And you feel like this warmth, loving. It's right before Christmas, so everyone's getting in that cheerful, giving, warm mood, and it's family, you know what I mean? So, and of course, coming out of a cult-like system like that, where you're deprived of associating with family and relatives who are non-Jehovah's Witnesses, to just to see them so happy that you're there and part of that, you really feel united and just kind of like, this is family, you know what I mean? Like, this is like honesty, just loving. Yeah, we're all mixed up and messed up sometimes, and we have our, we have our flaws. But it's just the coming together to be like, catching up and just being honest and real. That's awesome. But I don't know. I could never understand that. But and there's no biblical fact about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving isn't that old, so it's couple hundred years old, you know what I mean? So it's not like it's not really like one of those things that would be in the Bible, But Jehovah's Witnesses, they'll create some sort of scripture to be like, yo, this is evil and bad, and you will die in Armageddon if you have a turkey leg with your family and friends, and if you eat some pumpkin pie, you're not gonna survive the Great Tribulation. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, guys. Like, God, it's so much fear, and it teaches you not to be honestly like thankful. You know, I'll give you an example. Jehovah's Witnesses are the worst in accepting gifts and being, I mean, yeah, you're thankful, but you can't help but feel guilt. And if you guys know what I'm saying, like, just like guilt, like wow, like, you know, because we don't get birthday presents. And Jehovah's Witness says, well, you get presents all year round. Well, no, that didn't happen when I was growing up. I didn't get presents all year round or special day. Here, I got this for you just because. That never happens. Jehovah's Witnesses will say that, like, we don't get our kids birthdays and presents, but they get presents throughout the year. That's malarkey, man. I didn't get presents throughout the year. I didn't get that special time. You know, I'd be fortunate if my dad threw a bag of Skittles my way or M&Ms. You know what I mean? Like, oh, sweet. You know what I mean? So, we're so insecure and we're so uncomfortable and awkward when we get presents. Even being out. Like me, I've been out for years. Praise God. I've been out of that cult for years. But even now, when I get gifts, I just feel like I don't know, like I'm not deserving. You know what I mean? Like, let me pay you for it, or you don't have to. You didn't need to. You know, that's common words when you try and give gifts to an ex-Jehovah's Witness or a cult survivor. Like, here, I was thinking about you. I got this for you. Like, oh no, really, you don't have to. And it's not that we're trying to be like polite. We honestly feel like, damn, you don't have to, please. I will feel bad. And we're insecure like that. It's horrible. That cult raises you like that. And you exJWs, you know exactly what I'm saying. We're just uncomfortable at receiving gifts. You know, and it gets better with time, but every once in a while you just feel like, man, I'm just, you know, you didn't have to, like, you feel bad, you know. I'll give you an example. Behind me, my girlfriend got me this, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so wait. Those are weights I'm borrowing from my neighbor. He's a cool dude. What's up, Rick? He's a cool dude. But he let me borrow some weights. But anyways, my girlfriend bought me this bench, and it's pretty high speed, man. It's got the lat pulled down, and it's a nice bench. Well, because I have the girls like 90%. I have my daughters like 90%, which is a blessing. But haven't been going to the gym. I just went to the gym tonight because the girls are with their mom. But real quick, I haven't been going to the gym. So, and that kind of makes me upset because I like staying in shape, you know, and I do what I can here, push-ups, sit-ups, stuff like that. But I'm very limited, you know, and so she could tell it was bothering me because, you know, she's still going to the gym. She's very active and she keeps physically fit. She's in great shape, but so she's still going to the gym, and, you know, it's kind of like, hey, you going to the gym? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, have a good workout. You know, I'm like, you know, not that I would rather be at the gym than be with my children. Of course not. That's not what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? I just want that my outlet. You know what I mean? So she could see that it was that I miss going to the gym and staying in shape that way. So she said, you know, why don't you get a weight set? So I looked and I just can't afford it right now. Well, anyways, she got it for me. And I just felt so bad. Like, you didn't have to. You know what I mean? But she was like, no, seriously, like, it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? I want you to deserve it. You know? And so I was so moved by that. And I'm so blessed to have this awesome woman in my life. But that's that's what I'm getting at, is that I just felt so guilty, so bad. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You know, maybe I shouldn't let it get to me like that. You know, then I'm just insecure upon insecurity upon insecurity. And then I'm just like, then I feel guilty. And it makes her feel bad and uncomfortable. Like, you know, like, you're welcome. And I'm just like, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I apologize. it's not the gift. I'm just, I'm just really bad at accepting gifts. I don't, it's just how I was raised. So my camera's gonna die. I'm gonna end this here. But I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. I just want to give you my 2 cents on Thanksgiving. So God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.